excited that, and there's a lot of exclamation points.
There's always exclamation points. It's on purpose.
Well, then it defeats the point of an exclamation point.
No, it's on the.
No, then the whole thing is that way. This way, if you put a period at the end of some sentences, you don't look like a psycho yelling at everybody all the time.
It's not supposed to be yelling. It's being more direct.
Okay.
All right. What do you want to talk about?
We're talking already. All right, you're gonna hold that close. Okay.
No, it's too close.
No, that's close enough.
Maureen, is this too close?
No, it's close enough. I'm gonna tell you halfway through the podcast, it's gonna start slipping down, and then you're gonna start talking like
I know,
this.
I'll be like that.
And then I'm gonna have to say, put it closer. And it's been 20 episodes. I think you should know how to hold a mic by now.
Keep
your
fucking closer.
Do you want to talk about good foods or bad foods? Or do you want to talk about how close or far away you hold the mic? Or should we take bets?
I think there's a joke there, but I don't know if it's appropriate. Well, how close do you hold it, Kelly? And how do you hold it? Do you hold it like this? Do you hold it like this? How do you hold it? Do you hold it with two hands? I
feel like if you need two hands, it's a very large mic. I don't want that.
Well,
I don't want to hold that large mic.
Well, but isn't sometimes size matters?
If it's
what if we had a little microphone that's attached to our?
I know you keep asking me, and I told you 3 times that I tried that microphone and I didn't like it. It didn't work.
Smaller's not better.
Small
and bigger's not better. Maybe an in between.
Okay.
I guess this is like an in between.
This is a fine microphone. You just have to know how to use it.
Well, it's really good if you know how to use it, because
you know how to work it.
If you don't use it, you lose it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna lose it.
I can see that.
All right. What did you talk about?
Do you guys like our background today? Look, it's the alphabet.
We didn't feel like moving the couch.
No, we did not feel like moving the couch, although I like the black background with the ABCs.
Yeah, we're still at Stride, but we didn't feel like moving the couch over to the fitness room.
You know what? I love being here because we can do the podcast in 5 different rooms.
You want to do it in the spin room one day?
I would be careful how I phrase that.
What do you? Do you want to do the podcast in the spin room one day?
Can we put the black light on and we could have the black light and we could be in the dark?
We'll have to. Can we wear all white so we glow?
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, we'll do that.
All right.
All right.
I feel like we say we do a lot of stuff. We never do.
What do you mean?
Well, we never had that watermelon challenge where I was going to eat 1,000 calories of watermelon.
You want to try it?
While you ate 1,000 calories of a burger.
That'd be so easy. I'll be done in
I know.
3 minutes.
But I think
it's gonna take you 4 hours to finish a whole watermelon. What are you talking about? You don't think a whole watermelon?
We'll just speed up the time.
Yeah, we'll put it on a time loop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to watch myself eat fast. Yeah.
Shows you cut it up. Okay.
All right.
Kind of sidetracked there.
Yeah, I know. But watermelon's a good food.
Right.
Or bad food.
No, watermelon's good.
I know, but
I've been on a watermelon kick. And grapes.
That's because it's summer. It's refreshing.
But grapes have to be crunchy.
Crunchy.
Yeah, like fresh grapes. When you bite into it, it's not soft. It doesn't have that weird taste, right?
Uh-huh. Yep. Okay.
There was another joke. 2 jokes right here. I think we should do a podcast at 7 every morning or in this room. Apparently, we're doing better in this room with the puns than in the other room.
Well, you just walked right into that one. You like it crunchy and not mushy.
Yeah. Definitely not soft.
Not soft.
It's gotta be hard.
Okay. Now you pushed it too far.
Did I? I'm the one that pushes things too far. I'm the one. Good thing you edit this shit because
I don't edit some of this stuff. I just let it go.
I wouldn't let this go.
Go back to it. But you were saying that not all foods are good and bad. That's why I said you like watermelon, but that could be good or bad.
All right, so then let's touch on that.
Okay.
Let's talk about that one, and then we'll do another one on the all or something mindset.
Okay.
All right, so last night I did a live.
What did I say? See? Fuck, right
it wasn't down here.
3 minutes in.
3. It's really all it takes sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes it's faster than that. But anyway, bad foods and good foods.
Yeah.
Okay, so joking aside, I think people, us included, even as coaches, sometimes we can get into a mindset of this food is good, this food is bad. But in reality, there's no good or bad foods. If you really think about it, the food is only bad by the restrictions we put on it.
Okay.
Right? Now, let's clarify a little bit. So, foods can be bad if you have an allergy.
Yeah, okay.
If you have an allergy, if you're sensitive to it, if you're trying to fix a health concern, if a doctor prescription or recommendation is not to have that particular food because it affects you in certain ways.
Right.
If you know you wake up feeling like shit the next day, you're bloated, gassy, whatever the case may be, right?
Yeah.
It affects your stomach. You just don't feel good from
Yeah.
it. So in that sense, I guess it'd be considered bad. But it's not actually bad.
Because it's
right?
bad for you personally.
Right. It's affecting your health. And if
Right.
it's affecting your health in any way, then you should not have that food, but it's not bad, right?
Right.
It just affects you differently, okay? And good foods as well. Because if you have 10,000 calories of chicken and rice, it's still gonna work negatively against you as if you would have, 5,000 calories of fried foods,
Yeah,
right?
okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's not going to help you make progress.
All right,
Even
okay.
though it's good or bad, quote unquote, right?
Right.
Because that's what we consider, chicken, rice, broccoli. Oh, that's such a
That's
clean
good
food, right?
Yes.
It's clean. It's all foods, right? It's all that. But too much of a good thing can also affect you.
Okay.
And going back to the quote unquote bad food, some foods can increase your, spike your insulin, or have a better chance of being stored as fat as others. But again, all this comes with a calorie surplus. So a food is not necessarily considered bad, and it shouldn't be considered bad unless again it affects your health.
Okay.
Good food, we consider good food, again, by the label we put on it. This is good food,
Yeah.
right? Or this is bad food because it's a label. But there's no such thing. If you can understand, or we can get to an understanding that all foods have their time and place. Because even those fried foods that most people can consider bad or unhealthy have their place, right?
Okay.
And I want to bring in the cheat versus treat meals, right? A cheat meal would imply that you're doing something wrong, right? You can't do that,
for sure.
right? Because you fuck up your progress if
Yeah.
you cheat on your diet.
Right.
But what if we look at it as a treat,
Yes.
right? So I've been
It's a
doing
much nicer word.
right. Thank you to Cassie Player. She's the one that came up with that.
Okay. Good.
She put it on. Shout out to her on the food group. She set it up I think sometime last year, and I was like,
Yeah.
I really like that treat
Yeah.
meal.
I like that too.
Versus
That's much
cheat.
better.
Because a treat is just like a vacation, right?
Yeah.
Just like a day off.
Right.
Right. You're looking forward to that particular event, time, food in this case, to make you feel better. In a sense that you can have all of that, right? Like I love Five Guys. It's a half a mile from my house.
Yeah.
I don't get Five Guys all the time, but if I wanted to, I can do it because I'm treating myself. For the most part, I like to think I eat healthy. I keep track of things. I do measure food, so I know exactly what I'm getting.
Yeah.
If I'm not trying to be in a calorie deficit, I also don't want to be in a 3,000 calorie surplus.
Right.
Okay.
But that works for you personally.
Right, but that's for me.
Right.
So as long as you find out what works for you, all foods have their place. Right? Again, as long as it doesn't affect your health.
Right.
Right?
Exactly.
But going out with coworkers, it's a fun social event.
Yes.
You should allow yourself to have something that's maybe quote unquote not on plan. Right? Because it's a treat. You did so good for 3-4 days. Allow yourself a little bit of I don't even know the word I'm looking for, but
leeway.
grace.
Yeah.
Leeway, right?
Grace.
Where you can do and eat all the things you want to eat. Obviously, don't do it for 3-4 extra days.
Right.
You just had
It's
your
a
treat.
for
Right.
one day.
Right.
Or even one meal.
Right, whatever, right? But any plan or any program should allow for that because we are all different.
Yeah.
And not everybody wants to be so regimented or
Exactly.
strict or,
Right.
the reason people see that I eat what I eat is because it's easy. It
Yeah.
works for me. I'm not bored. But at the same token, if I one day want something different, I'll just won't eat my food and I'll go get my Five Guys.
Yeah.
Right? Or Lucatelli's is in Doylestown. It was voted one of the top pizza places in Bucks County or whatever. So I love their pizza. It's really freaking good though.
It's good.
Right? So if I want to have it, I'm going to have it. I'm not going to feel bad about it.
No. Well, because you have to live your life.
Right. And
These things happen in life.
right. And most people don't have to even do it to the extent that we do it. None of the clients that we work with eat the way I eat.
No.
Not that.
I don't eat the way you eat.
You don't.
No.
You don't. But you also eat differently than other clients. And
Yeah,
other clients
I do.
eat differently than other clients. And
Right.
again, their lifestyle matters. Maybe they have kids. Maybe they do pizza Fridays. Maybe they go out on the weekends. Maybe they do, Taco Tuesday or whatever, right? Plan around those meals. The main thing we also always want to focus on is we always want to maximize our protein. Absolutely.
Yes.
Protein is the goal. It keeps you full. It helps with muscle. And it's what will lead to a better sustainable fat loss plan. Protein.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I tell that to all the clients
Right.
when they ask me if they're going out to eat or if they're
Right,
going
no
out
matter.
to a party. Just eat the protein first.
Right.
And then-
nothing changes.
Yeah,
You should be able to go out. Why would you go out and not enjoy going out?
no.
Or else just fucking stay in and
Might
eat your
as well stay
food.
in, yes.
Right? Like
I'm
if
going out tomorrow. I
Right.
plan on enjoying myself.
you got it. So because if not, then fuck it. Just have the people you're gonna go out with come to your house, you're gonna cook your chicken and rice and serve that for everybody. Everybody eats the same thing you eat, right? But that's not the point. The point is to enjoy life.
Yeah.
Understand that every food has its place. It's not gonna kill your progress. It's not
No.
gonna halt your results. If anything, it'll help you. Because you know you can do it, and now you had it, you feel good about it, you're not restricting yourself, you hop on back on your plan the next day, right? The whole point is to create a life where you can enjoy what you want to eat, have time with your family, have time with your friends, your coworkers, be social, not
Yeah.
have to feel like you have to punish yourself and stay in, and you can't do this, you can't do that, and you have to run 5 miles the next day and work out 3 hours a day because last night you went out with your friends. Right? That doesn't have to happen.
Right.
You didn't halt any progress, but at the same time, creating a sustainable process, right? This is just the way I eat. This is just the way I live my life. I can have, my kids are enjoying it, my significant other enjoys it, their friends come over, I could just serve whatever because it's part of what I do daily. And
Okay.
therefore, you're going to have sustainable progress. If you're on a diet and you're so regimented and so restricted where you can't do those things, you're going to fall off because for how long can you isolate yourself from your friends, from your coworkers, from your family, right?
Yeah.
Like you can't isolate yourself from
because you
them.
don't want to go out.
Because you don't want to go out.
Go out and eat bad
Right.
food.
Right, quote unquote bad
Right.
food, right? So you're not going to do it. But how long is that going to last? Therefore, it's not sustainable.
It's not sustainable.
Right, and if it's not sustainable, you're not going to do it.
No.
Right, and when you stop doing that strict regimented program, and it works for some people. So again, everyone's different. I'm
Yeah.
not talking absolutely for everybody. Everyone's different, and everybody should find out what works best for them, how they can enjoy their life while still seeing progress. Because at the end of a diet, if you haven't learned what works or what gave you the results, you're fucked. Because you're gonna put the weight back on.
Right.
Right, or you're gonna lose the muscle you
Because
gained.
you thought there was
Right.
there's not an end date to life.
No.
I mean, eventually there
Right,
is,
but in this case, there's like I don't
You should be
have
able to
a
eat
program
this
I
way.
follow.
Right.
Right? It's just what I do.
Yeah.
And I know how to do it. Right? And that's what we try to teach our clients. That's why we don't necessarily I'm not going to write you a plan. Here, eat this. Exactly what I say when I say it. One, we can't do it because it's not within our scope.
Right.
And we're not doctors.
Right.
And at the same time, that's unrealistic. I can't,
Yeah.
right? It's unrealistic. I can't expect a mother of 3 to eat 5-6 meals a day, count all her food, stay on point, take the kids to practice, pick them up from school, do her work, right? Answer emails.
Right.
Then
it's
she also
not-
has to shower, get ready for bed, right? Maybe she wants a little bit of time to herself. It's not going to be something that you can do. So you got to find out how you can see progress, do all those things that I just mentioned,
Yeah.
and make it part of who you are. Versus, I'm doing a 30-day detox. What the fuck does that even mean? What's a 30-day detox? And at the end of 30 days, then what? Are you toxed?
Detox.
Like, are you detoxed? Like,
I've done those before. Not 30 days, but
but you
7
know what I'm
days.
saying, right?
Yes.
And that's fine. Sometimes they have their place, and for some people it may work. I'm not saying don't do it, but understand what you are doing.
Yeah, I think every time I've done it, I've dropped 10 pounds and then went to eat something and
Right?
literally
Because
gained 5 pounds.
you can't do that, right? You can't.
I couldn't. It
deprive
was
your body
something
of-
a juice, something like that.
Right,
for
and that's
7
fine.
days.
Again, and that may work. And there's all these programs out there that they have 21-day fixes, right?
Yeah.
30-day weight loss challenge. Lose 35 pounds in 30 days.
Yeah.
Do you know how silly that sounds? Because
Yeah.
you can't actually predict that.
No.
You cannot predict that. Even if you are the top of the top coach, bodybuilding coach, the best nutritionist in the world, dietitian, right? You have doctorates and masters and all that shit when it comes to nutrition.
Yeah.
You cannot predict someone's exact weight loss.
No.
It's just impossible.
Yeah.
Because you don't know how their body's going to react
You
to
don't know
certain
how it's
things.
going to react.
Right.
For sure.
And as we get older, maybe.
And I think that's where people get the good and bad foods from. When they're on these certain things. Like, you can't eat that
Right, you
for
can eat
20
that.
minutes.
Right. You
for
can't eat
21
red peppers,
days.
but you can have yellow peppers.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? Why? Why can't I have red, but I can't have yellow? Or the other way around. It makes
Right.
no sense.
Exactly.
Right? And to restrict a whole macronutrients from your diet, that may be good psychologically. I'm going to lose weight doing this.
Yeah.
Your body still needs a variety of nutrient-dense food from different foods in order to be at its best, to give you the energy that you need. So you can be, so you can wake up early, do all the things you want, have quality, like sustainable energy throughout the day, not crash later in the day.
Right.
Right? And that all comes with quality nutrients from a variety of sources.
Right.
Not one particular thing. Like, don't just eat chicken. Your microphone's still loud. Don't just eat chicken, eat fish. Well, what type? All kinds, right?
Yeah.
If you like it, right? Change the beef, change the steak, right? If you're vegan, vegetarian, whatever, there's different options that you can put together from legumes, from, plant-based protein sources or things like that, where you can put them together to still get the same amount of proteins that somebody that's eating meat will do, right?
Exactly.
So there's ways to do it for everybody. And I lost my train of thought.
I know. That's okay.
Yeah.
I was sort of listening. I mean, I was listening.
Sort of.
Sort of. But I was just...
I don't think there's a foot between us and you're just like sort of listening.
No, I was thinking about how, like, my whole life I was thought of good and bad food. And I feel like sometimes I say it to my kids every once in a while, like, I don't know if that's not really great for you. Maybe we should eat something else. But I don't want them to think of food as bad. I mean, they're young right now, so their metabolism is...
And they play a lot of sports.
They play a lot of sports,
right.
so, like, they could probably live on 6 cupcakes for each meal.
Right, but...
And burn it all off and still be healthy.
Understand why you're telling them that that's bad. Not bad. That's not good for you. Why is it not good for you?
Well, yeah,
right?
that's what I'm saying. Like, those words have come out. Like, let's try to eat something else today. You've had enough of that today. Why don't we try something else?
Yeah, let's change it up a bit, and then tomorrow we can have whatever you want.
Right.
Or on Saturday you can pick what we're gonna eat. Right.
Exactly.
Like we talked about a few podcasts ago, how to get the kids involved.
Yes.
Right, and teaching them a good relationship with food early will not necessarily ensure that they're going to,
No, but I think it helps because I don't know if I had a good relationship with food, and maybe I wouldn't be sitting on this couch with you right now.
I was going to say probably not.
Probably not.
No, I don't think. I think the reason a
lucky
lot
for
of
you.
yeah, I'm super lucky. I think the reason a lot of people go into their particular field is because of something that they were affected by when they were younger.
Yeah.
Like, I made a podcast live about body image.
Yeah.
Right? With me going to the beach with you the other day.
Right.
And not feeling comfortable necessarily. Well, some people may look at me and be like, why the fuck? If you're not comfortable, how am I comfortable?
Yeah.
Right? And that's not necessarily it. It's not what you think about somebody else. It's what that person thinks about themselves, right?
Exactly.
So for me, getting into this business, and always wanted to have muscles and always wanted to be in shape, or I wanted to do bodybuilding. Even sent you pictures, right? I sent you pictures of Jean-Claude Van Damme and Arnold and Rambo, right? Because that's what I collected cards when I was in Romania when I was little. I looked up to that, but that was because I was always the small one. I was always the skinny one, right?
Yeah.
I was always put in goal, right? Like when we played soccer with the bigger kids, because like I was the little one, right? So I was easily, I'm bullied because I was part of that, but like put there, right? So like in high school, again, like I was the small one. I was 125 pounds freshman year of college.
Yeah.
Right? So I wanted to change it. So that's why I got into this field.
Okay.
And I think a lot of people, like even nutritionists or dietitians, or even doctors in certain fields, something happened to them that they want to bring this out to other people or into the world of how,
I can see that for
how
sure.
it affects you.
Yeah.
Right? So teaching your kids to have that relationship with food where it's not good or bad, it's all right.
It's
if
all
you
right.
learn how to do it correctly. And you're going to have progress always versus occasional progress here and there, or every 6 months or every other year you'll go on a diet, right?
Yeah.
But
I feel like a lot of women live their lives like that.
guys do too, though.
I know.
Right? Guys do too. You know what I've put my body through to step on that stage?
Yeah.
Because since I was 5-6 years old, I wanted to be a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
Like I wanted that title, right? I wanted to step on stage. I wanted to, be part of that community, right? So because of that, you're willing to do so many drastic things just to get there. But it didn't change your confidence. It didn't change my confidence over, you have to change your mentality mindset in order to get the confidence to be who people see you as.
Okay, so that's what you're saying about I mean, I didn't really want to stand next to you in my bathing suit. I was like, I'm going in the ocean, so here's my stuff. Hold it.
But that's really fucking cool, though. That's really cool because you didn't let what I may have thought deter you
from going.
Right, from going.
Yeah.
That is fucking confidence, though. That's building confidence, but it didn't just happen.
No, it didn't just happen.
It didn't just
I didn't
happen.
think about it it didn't just happen over time. It happened over time, but
Right.
I still thought about it for a second, and then I was like, I think the ocean is more important.
Right, but
me,
but it didn't
it's
matter
not.
though. It didn't matter, and it shouldn't matter. It doesn't matter what size you are. It doesn't matter what level of fitness you are. It all matters that you're making progress to get to a healthier version of that person.
Yeah.
And by doing so, the weight loss, the muscles, the gains, the all that stuff will be a byproduct of your relationship with food and how you view it.
And how you view it.
Because right before we went into onto the beach on that horrible sand, we ate pizza.
Yeah, we did.
Right? We had pizza because the whole fucking time I kept bugging you. I want to go to get the pizza at Banco
yeah.
Manco.
Yeah.
Right? And then we got there and it was horrible because the beach was fucking crowded and the sand was hot and it got everywhere. And then we got to the fucking thing and we had to like rinse off and then, yeah.
I did feel a little bad for you holding all my stuff.
No, I really don't give a fuck.
I know, but you looked like you were holding my purse while I was like trying on clothes.
It did. But I didn't want to put it down because like we were like right by the water and like I didn't want it to get
When
wet
I
and
looked at you, you were
sandy.
just holding all my stuff with your sunglasses.
If we were going to stay there for like an hour or two, we could have brought the chairs.
I would.
right?
I
And then we could
showed you the chair. It was the backpack
yes,
chair.
but then that would have meant that we had to stay there for a couple hours.
Then you could have went in
Into what?
the ocean. What do you mean into what?
Again,
The abyss.
I didn't want to go on the beach. Why do you think I want to go in the fucking ocean?
Well, maybe.
Have you seen Shark Week?
Yes.
Yeah, there are sharks everywhere. But that is not why I didn't want to go in the ocean. I just didn't want to.
That's fine.
But it was fucking hot. It would have
It
been
was
nice
hot.
to rinse off. That's why when I hit the button to rinse off from the top and I got
Yeah.
all wet, it didn't really matter because it felt really good.
Maybe next year we'll take it slow.
It was fucking crowded.
It was crowded that
It
time.
was crowded. It was
you know what?
obnoxiously crowded.
It was a holiday too, so
Was it?
yeah.
It was a Wednesday.
It was Juneteenth.
Oh,
So
it
a
was.
lot of
It
people,
was
yeah.
June 19th, 18th. What is that?
June 19th.
19th.
And I thought about it when we were on our way down, and I was like, oh damn, it's gonna be crowded. So you have to go like early.
Because what was cool was the boardwalk was fucking empty. Like we didn't have a line at the pizza thing, right? Like a very small line.
It was a small line
right?
for that place.
But the beach, like you could once you stepped on the stand, that's it. That's it. There's people everywhere. Like, if you were Mario, you could jump from fucking person to person's umbrella and get into the fucking water,
Yeah.
right? But my point is,
We did have
Your-
pizza down there, so that
right,
was
your
besides
confidence
that.
level and your relationship with food will take you further than if you diet. And no body that you can get will give you that confidence. So you also have to work on your mindset as well.
Yeah,
You know?
I agree.
Because that I feel like is the most important thing. And how many text and client results have we posted where it's mainly showing them the relationship with food that matters?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're excited about the weight loss.
Oh, sure.
But-
Everybody would be.
Right, but feeling good about their choices
Yeah.
and what they understand about food and how it affects them,
Yes. I like getting those texts.
those are the texts that matter.
Yes.
I lost 30 pounds in the last 2.5 months. That's fantastic. I'm
Yeah.
proud of you. You put in the work, you saw the result.
Right.
But what did we get out of it?
Yeah.
Right? Did we get confidence? Do we know how to move forward if our program has come to an end, let's say, and we're not there guiding them?
Right.
Right? What do? If you're doing a detox, a cleanse, 30-day program, a 2-month program, I don't care what it is, right? And you don't learn anything about how those foods affect you, when that program stops, the next day you're on your own. No one's there to eat this, right? No one's there
Yeah.
to guide you. No one's there to tell you how to adjust, or what happens when you're 20 pounds lighter. What happens then? How are you going to adjust?
Yeah.
What happens if you gain weight? Did you gain weight, or did you build muscle? Did you get stronger? Right? Do you
Right.
feel more confident? Those are bigger fucking wins.
Yeah.
Because the scale doesn't mean you're smaller.
No.
And
Just
do you
means
mind
weight
if I
loss.
share your thing? Right?
What do you
Like
mean?
your weight is not smaller,
No, it's
but
not
you're
smaller.
fitting in smaller clothes.
Yeah.
Right? So the weight itself is irrelevant here.
Yes.
Right? Because by the notion of, oh, the scale went up, you'd freak out, be like, well, I can't fit in these clothes.
I
Right? But you're fitting
all
in
my
smaller clothes.
Clothes still fit.
Right.
Yes. And my
Oh.
weight has gone up just a little bit, but everything is still fit.
Right. But the point is, it didn't go down for you to fit in smaller sizes.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
So the body composition changed.
Right.
Your relationship with food changed.
Changed.
You're not going to think twice about going out tomorrow night, and you're going to fucking enjoy it.
Yeah.
Right. But there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that's adapting a mindset of all or something. Do something.
Do something.
Right. And that's what we're going to talk about in a couple other episodes. And I'm going to post it probably tomorrow or sometime this weekend or maybe next week about how it feels to be in an all or nothing mindset, right? If it's not perfect, it's
I'm
done.
done.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Right? And that's not the case because we're not perfect. We had the pizza,
Yeah.
right? What did I send you the other day? What kind of cake did I make? Right?
That was ridiculous.
Right. It was ridiculous. And it was absolutely
I mean, it looked ridiculous. It
it
looked
was
amazing.
It was sugary as fuck. Right? And it was a Nutella chocolate lava cake, pretty much.
Right.
That's what you would call
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Wait,
But
did Tristan really like it?
he didn't eat it.
What do you mean?
It was too hot when he tried it, and then he got deterred from it. So I just gave him a bowl of Nutella instead.
He made the whole thing and it was too hot, so he was like, "No, forget it. I just want Nutella."
Yeah. So then I just gave him a bowl of.
Did
Nutella.
you like it?
I had a couple bites.
Yeah. Did
Well,
your
I-
mom have it or your?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, and my grandma had some.
Yeah.
Well, I loved it, and in theory, it sounded good, and it did taste good.
Yeah.
I think if I had more than a couple bites, I would have thrown up. It was
Yeah.
rich as hell.
Very
Like,
rich.
Really
It
rich.
looked
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
It was really rich in chocolate. So if you're ever gonna make something like that, just stick to the ingredients. Don't
Yeah,
add the
don't
extra
add
layer
extra.
of chocolate.
We should post it and show everybody what you ate.
Well, it was the lady on
Post the recipe.
Instagram, right? That
I'll be
posted, or
posted.
Facebook, wherever I found it.
Yeah.
But it, in theory, it looked great.
It did look great.
Right, and
I
it
mean, it
smelled
looked
good,
like it was
but-
a lot of chocolate. A lot
But
of
I think
fudge.
anybody would have gotten sick if
Yeah.
you ate too much of it.
I ate too much of it
Yeah.
for sure.
But again,
That still shouldn't be considered a bad food if you.
no,
can
it's
work it
absolutely
into-
not bad. It was only like, I guess, bad in the sense that it was just too rich and I would have gotten sick from it.
Right.
But it wasn't bad. Like,
No.
how many times since you've known me have I made something like that?
Never. I was shocked.
Right.
I thought I got it from somebody
Yeah.
else. I didn't know this was you.
So, but I didn't feel bad about it. Like, I wanted to enjoy it. It was just, like I said, too rich and
Yeah.
I couldn't stomach it.
But if somebody wanted to make that and serve that at a 4th of July picnic
Oh,
or a
fuck
party,
yeah. Hell yeah.
then yes, you shouldn't feel bad
just
about
do not
eating
add
monkeys.
extra ingredients.
Don't add
Just
extra
do not add extra ingredients.
Just keep it the way it is.
Yeah. Just because
they
it was too rich.
Yeah, but they shouldn't feel bad about eating a piece of that because
No.
if they can sustain it in the rest of their plan.
Right, and
It
I'm
shouldn't
not
be
sure how
considered a
far
bad
out this
food.
is going to be posted from July 4th,
Yeah.
but if you're going to a barbecue, if you're going to somebody's house and you have to bring something, what are you going to bring? 5 Tupperware containers of chicken and rice and
Yeah,
pass
right.
them out? Like, what are you
I
going
know
to do?
you're gonna ask me. I was like, I don't know. I'm
No.
already on Saturday
Right,
to bring
right.
something.
But you're not going to bring something like that, right? If
No.
anything, if you want to be healthy, you can make a healthy protein fun meal with
Right.
pasta and chicken, or you can make a stroganoff healthy, right? Like shit like that.
Yeah.
If you want to bring that, or you could just bring a fucking thing of cookies,
Yeah,
right?
which would be the easiest.
Right. Go to the
Yeah.
store, buy the cookie, bring it. I made this.
I made it at Giant.
Put it in your put it in your own little like container and bring it. Be like, oh, look what I made.
I say that all the time. Like,
Right.
oh, I made this at Wegmans.
Yeah, that's perfect. Right. But again, I think that no food is good or bad unless it really has a health effect on you. Makes you feel shitty. Like if I would have eaten the whole thing
Yeah,
or a big piece, I would have felt shitty.
yeah,
But a couple bites It
No.
was delicious.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
But that's not deterring your progress.
No, it fucking didn't do anything to the project.
Yeah.
If anything, it helped it. Because I really didn't have anything like that for a week or so.
For a while,
Because I was
yeah.
waiting for Tristan to make it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a big deal for me to wait,
Yeah.
right? So I did it, but I didn't consider it bad.
No.
You know. Now, if I eat all of that every day
Yeah,
for the next
daily.
4 years, yeah, I'm probably going to be in the hospital.
Yeah.
But you know.
I think my teeth. Some of my teeth fell out just looking at it.
It
It
was-
was so much sugar.
So much sugar. And like no added
the
sugar,
dentist
it was just what was in
immediately.
it, right? Like it was just the ingredients that was in it.
I would like to know. Remember when you did the sugar thing with like how much was in
Yeah,
Starbucks
yeah.
and Dunkin' and all that? I would like to know. That cup was full.
It was full. It
Yeah.
was full. It was. I mean, if you were to break it down, because I didn't add any extra sugar.
Yeah.
But the point of this is for everybody to understand that unless it has a health concern, no food is good or bad. You
Yeah.
know, all foods have their place, and
Yeah.
you should allow yourself to enjoy life
Yeah.
while still seeing progress. I mean,
Right.
if that's not the key to all of this, then we really have nothing to talk
We
about.
have nothing to talk about. You have to live your life.
Yeah, because diets are gonna come and go, and the way we had the Atkins, or you know, you have these shake diets, and they all have their place. If you want to get a kickstart, a jump start, by all means.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to order from those shake companies, by all means, use them as one of your protein shakes,
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
For post workout, so they all have their place.
Yeah.
But when it comes to actual food, good or bad, is I don't think the way we should look at it. I think the way we should look at it is this helping me mentally? If
Yeah.
it's not helping me physically, then continue doing it.
Yeah.
If it helps you mentally and physically, is even a bigger bonus,
Right.
right? So the main goal of this was just to really make people understand that they can enjoy all the holidays, all the
Right.
dinners, all the weekends, all the foods,
Yeah.
as long as you're keeping progress moving forward. You stay in a calorie deficit, so let's
Yeah.
get that clear. You still need
Yeah.
to be in a calorie deficit, at least, you know,
Just
a 500
eat
calorie deficit to
Cake
see.
all the
Right.
time.
Just like if you were in a surplus, you put on weight. It's just, you know.
Yeah, it is what it is. Depending on what your goals are what
Right.
they are for you.
And yeah, certain foods have different effects on insulin and the way you digest it and all that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
do your homework on how that affects you and how you feel afterwards. But if it doesn't have an effect where it's affecting your health or makes you sick or, you know, makes you feel, you know, not like yourself for any reason, then I would find a way to include it into your daily routine or,
Right.
you know, what you do daily. So I think that's pretty cool.
All right. That's it.
hmm
Okay.
Did the microphone
Yeah,
stay
you're
where
fine.
it was?
I'm turning this off now.
I didn't. I didn't hold it with two hands.